Earlier in the series, I mentioned there are 5 ways to get money: inherit it, win it, earn it, grow it, and marry it. We breezed past that third one pretty quickly. Today, we are not breezing past anything. Today, we go deep. This is the episode your financial advisor will never give you. You're welcome. Now, before anyone comes for me in the comments, let's reframe this properly. We are not talking about manipulation or deceit. We are talking about becoming the best version of yourself. And the key word there is yourself. Be authentic, be genuine. Nobody's attracted to a performance, and nobody can keep one up forever anyway. But here's the thing. You is a fluid concept. The person you are today is not a fixed final version. You are a work in progress. And that is not a flaw. That is an advantage. What you lack in genetics, you can make up for in fitness, hygiene, and personality. And look, we are all working with what we are given. But those 3 things are entirely in your control. Let's go through all 3. Fitness. This is the most controllable physical variable you have. You cannot change your height. You cannot change your bone structure. But you can change your body composition, your posture, your energy levels, and the way you carry yourself. And the way you carry yourself changes everything about how people perceive you before you even open your mouth. You do not need to become an athlete. You need to be someone who clearly takes care of themselves. That signal alone, discipline, self-respect, follow-through, is extraordinarily attractive. And as a bonus, it is also good for literally every other part of your life. 2 birds, 1 dumbbell. Hygiene. This one should be brief because it is not complicated. Shower, moisturize, wear clothes that fit. Smell like a person who made an effort. The bar here is not high, which is exactly why clearing it makes such a difference. You would be surprised how far basic grooming takes you. Genuinely surprised. Now, personality. This is the big one. And here's the thing about personality. It is not some fixed trait you either have or you do not. It is the sum of your experiences, the things you have done, the places you have been, the skills you have picked up, the failures you have learned from. Every interesting thing you have ever tried adds a layer. Every boring year you coast through does not. The most magnetic people in any room are not necessarily the funniest or the loudest. They are the ones who are genuinely interesting, who have done things, who know things, who make you feel like talking to them was time well spent. So how do you build that? You pick up an interesting hobby. Seriously. Learn to cook well, take up rock climbing, get into jazz, learn a language. Become the person who has actually done the thing, not just watch a documentary about it. Curiosity is contagious. Depth is attractive. And someone who is genuinely enthusiastic about something, almost anything, is a joy to be around. The goal is simple. Become someone who is enjoyable to talk to and enjoyable to do things with. That is it. Master that, and the rest follows. Now, the second half. Finding the right mate. And here is where I'll give you the most counterintuitive advice of this entire episode. Do not look for someone who is already rich. I know. But hear me out. If you go looking for someone who has already made it, the dynamic becomes transactional immediately. They know what you are there for. You know what you are there for. Everyone knows. That is not a partnership. That is a negotiation with romantic staging. What you actually want is potential. Find someone on their way up. Someone with drive, with ambition, with a plan that is still being written. Someone whose best chapter has not happened yet. Because here's the thing. A lot of the most successful people in history got there with someone beside them. Not in front of them pulling, not behind them pushing, beside them. A great partner is not a passenger. They are infrastructure. So be the person who sees potential before it is obvious. Believe in it, support it, show up for it. That is not just romantic. That is a strategy. So to recap, Get fit, smell good, become interesting. Find someone going somewhere, and back them like you already know how the story ends. Is this a legitimate financial strategy? Technically, yes. Is it the one I recommend building your entire retirement plan around? Perhaps not. But it is the only episode in this series where the homework involves going outside and talking to people. So honestly, worst case scenario, you just became more interesting and better groomed. That is not nothing. See you in the next episode where we go back to spreadsheets.